Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending BBB's webinar on how to manage your social media accounts during the corona pandemic. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy. And in case you haven't used GoToWebinar before, feel free to ask questions in the question box, and a BBB representative will be answering them throughout the presentation. We will also save 5 minutes at the end for questions as well. If your audio stops working during the presentation, first try logging out and then logging back in. If that does not work, please go ahead and call in instead. I'm just going to take a brief moment to introduce our presenter, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Dawn is the owner and chief strategist at Stony Creek Social Media. She started the agency in 2009 because of her love of Facebook and making connections. She loved that she could help businesses connect with customers on a two-way level. For Dawn, it's not just about sharing information, but allowing people to communicate directly with the business. Her agency manages over 170 accounts and has 5 team members. She's done numerous radio and in-person interviews regarding her expertise in the social media arena. Dawn and her team manage media accounts around the clock, both on weekends and holidays. Social media truly is her passion. Dawn, thank you again so much for joining us. We are excited to learn from you and gain your knowledge and expertise. So I'm going to hand it over to you.
Thank you, Brianna. I am trying to turn my camera on. Can anybody see me? It doesn't look like it's working today.
It is working. We can see you.
Oh, you can. You can see me. I can't see you. I just want to say good morning to everybody, and I'm so excited to be on this webinar and give you some information that will help you navigate the next few days, the next few weeks, hopefully not the next few months, but we really don't know. So I'm going to turn off my camera and get on to the slideshow. Thank you very much for attending. Okay, this is always an experiment. So social media during the COVID-19 pandemic, and that has been the topic of discussion for many business owners. I have spent numerous hours on chats with my peers all over the United States and actually all over the world trying to figure out how to navigate this. It's what we do. Staying connected is more important now than ever, with people and businesses relying on social media to stay in touch with friends, consume the news, and be entertained. And it's so true. People are in their living rooms, they're on their couches, they're on their laptops, they're on their phones. People are used to spending 8 hours a day doing something other than that. So they're really wanting to consume. They're wanting something that's going to make them feel less panicked and just give them a little peace of mind. So that's kind of our job right now, is just to be their friend and to be their comfort. You can't afford to stop marketing or selling. That includes posting on social media. This isn't going to last forever. We all know that, and we've all worked hard to keep the momentum going of our marketing. And so if you stop now, it really isn't going to be as easy as you might think to get started back up again. Sometimes if you put it on hold, I always say it's like running a car out of gasoline. You know, once you run the car out of gas, you can't just put more gas in and start it. It's going to take considerable effort and resources to get it started again. Your followers are spending more time online than they ever have before. So it does present you with a unique opportunity to deepen your relationship, build your audience, and increase your brand affinity. And what that means is that doesn't mean that it's going to give you more time to sell to them. What that means is it's going to give you more time to build relationships. I have a good friend that talks about that you know, we have the business to business type of businesses, and we have the business to consumer type of businesses. And he actually trademarked the phrase H2H. We're all human. So whether you're a business to business or business to consumer, ultimately it's one human buying something or a service from another human. So it's really human to human. And this is when we're really going to hone in on that human relationship and building relationships with our customers. So they're not only going to come in and purchase from you once, but they're going to become a lifelong customer. The question of the day is, what should I be posting? And that's really been on the forefront of all of our minds. Even as social media strategists, it's been one of those things where it's like, okay, you know, it's super sensitive as far as should I post this? Should I post that? Even the wording. Our agency posts content. Generally, we prepare it like 30 days in advance. So now everything that we has scheduled obviously is not as relevant as it could be. And so we're really struggling to, still get the information out there, but also not be insensitive. Post positivity, we all need positivity because we, ultimately in our hearts, we all know that this isn't going to last forever, but we all have those moments, that roller coaster where one minute you're like, okay, this is going to be over soon. Then the next one is, it's like, oh my gosh, what's it going to look like when it's over? So we're all going through it as business owners, and our customers are all going through it as well. Encouragement, encourage people, say, it's going to be a great day. We're going to get through this. Go for a walk, take a deep breath, just something to encourage people, because that's what they're looking for. But you also know you just can't be running business as usual or risk coming across as tone deaf to your audience with heightened anxiety and sensitivities. We all, in the back of our mind, know that this has never happened before, so we don't know how to. So we still also want to post stuff, that just says, yeah, we're in the middle of a storm, but it's going to be okay. This presents brands and social media managers with the unique challenge of embracing the unsettling time, becoming as human as possible in their social media channels, while juggling the necessary bit of marketing and selling needed to stay in business. One of my favorite COVID-19 commercials is Burger King. I don't know if anybody has seen it, where it just says, you're not thinking about us, but we're thinking about you. And that is just so impactful. Yeah, just let your customers know if you have, an email system, MailChimp or Constant Contact, it might be good just to send them out a message, but you can also just post it right on your social media and say, this is how it's affected us. This is how we're moving forward. We're going to be there for you. Is there anything that we can do for you? Some of my clients are running promotions. Like I have one client that is collecting gift cards to give to truck drivers for meals. And I have another client who's giving out, buying 5 local gift cards to give to 5 local families that are struggling. So there's just different ways that you can still market without being insensitive to it. This is a brand a customer that we represent their brand, and this is something that's perfect. You don't need to save the world, you simply need to respond to the humanity around you. Something else that we're doing post is just saying, how can you support a business that is closed right now? And it's like, you can share their post, you can like their post, you can give them a positive review if you've had an experience with them. Just different ways that you can support people that isn't going to cost you money, because a lot of us are worried about, my business is going to be coming beside your audience. 5 guiding principles for social media marketing and COVID-19. Number 1 is just listen and acknowledge. I have 2 members on staff that all they do is engage, comment, and it's like, oh, that's a really cool picture. Thank you for thinking about me. We're not just letting that go. We're saying, you're welcome. Glad we could be there. We're just really interacting. That's one of the things that drew me to social media. Is it's a 2-way conversation. It's not just like a billboard is just putting it out there. With social media, you can put it out there, they can respond, and you can respond back. You really don't know what's going on in someone's or just acknowledging it any way is going to be helpful. Keep posting. People are like, well, I'm just going to stop posting altogether, or I don't know what to say, so I'm not going to say anything. Really just keep your message out there, keep in front of those people, so when this is over, they're going to remember that through the dark days that you were there. Be empathetic. If someone says, if you post something, someone says, oh my gosh, I have a friend who, just tested positive, it's okay to say, I'm so sorry. I'll keep them in my thoughts, or, it's okay to be out of the ordinary of what we might normally do. Provide, we have a lot of cleaning businesses, one of my niches. And so, we're just posting tips on how to organize your closet, how you should aerate your lawn. Just give them information about, what they can be doing with their time, yoga tips, how to, art projects for the kids now that everybody's home. Just give them something that they can use outside of this. Ask for help. whatever industry you're in. I was talking to Brianna and Laura yesterday, and it's just, I have, with a cleaning niche, they're really struggling because some of them, some of the cleaning businesses are shut down. Some of them have pivoted to standardization, but we created a private Facebook group, and so they'll go in there and it's like, okay, this happened to me or that happened to me. So you can talk to them and say, okay, what are you doing? So whatever industry you're in, try to find people in that same industry, or I'm sure you can reach out to Brianna and Laura. You're welcome to reach out to me. Here is my contact information. My email address is dawn@stonycreeksocialmedia.com. Feel free to call me, feel free to email me with questions. I'd be more than happy to help them. And at this point, I will turn my presentation over to Brianna.
Perfect. Well, thank you again for sharing all that information. It was really helpful. We do have a good amount of questions that I just want to get through. One that was really interesting, and I'd love to hear some of your advice, is that we had a lot of questions about their website right now. There's a lot of extra time you have, and a lot of people are able to update their website, which you normally didn't have time during the busy schedule that you previously had. A lot of questions came in regarding updating it. Should they be putting information on their websites related to COVID-19? Should it be strictly business? What is your thoughts and advice on that?
I've talked to a lot of my clients about having kind of like a pop-up or on that first screen, your stance, and if you're open or you're not open, but definitely update your website to the COVID-19 if it affects you. Like we didn't, because it really doesn't affect us. We're still working. We're actually busier now than we ever have been. Part of it's because people are home and they're like, okay, now I have time to dive into the social media, and what do I do? Or like I said, we have content created for the next month, but it has to be tweaked because we can't say call now if they're open. So yeah, definitely I recommend having something on your website just to give them your stance. It's like, yes, I'm open. No, we're not open. Instead of calling the office, call here. So yeah, definitely.
All right, great. And then a couple other questions were related to saying we're new to social media and we know right now we shouldn't be selling, we should be building. But they asked, how do we build relationships with new clients via social media? A lot of people said that they know to keep up with their current clients and to reach out to them, but how do you build new clients? And you mentioned that a lot of people right now have the extra screen time, they're on their phone, they're online. What is some ways to draw in new clients and kind of keep them engaged during this time?
If there's any type of a group, like I live in a town, and actually my office is in another town, and so there's like a private Facebook group just for that area, and so you can ask to see if your business can join that that business or that group as your business, or you can even do it as yourself or your employees. You can go in and join and say, hey, I work for this company. We would love it if you took a few minutes to look at our Facebook page or our Instagram. We'd love to have you follow us. Right now, Facebook ads are more effective and less, and the cost is down because some people have pulled out of the Facebook ads, and so it's actually made them less expensive, and more eyes are on computers, so it's effective. So my agency, we spend about $2,000 a day on Facebook and Google ads. So you can do an ad. It's called a like campaign, and you just can do it for your geographic location, demographics, age, gender, and you can just put an ad out there saying, and it basically just says, like my page. This is what we do, and they have been super, super effective.
Right, good to know. Thank you. We have another question that said, how often should I be posting encouraging posts? I don't want to look insensitive to everything and look like everything's fine and dandy. I do want to spread positivity. How often would you recommend that? And then another question that related to this is they asked, we want to share certain positivity posts. We don't have a ton of people on our marketing team. is there a website or anywhere you would recommend getting posts, encouraging posts that they can share freely with their members as well and their clients?
We have a content calendar, and generally the ratio is 80%, 20%. The 80% of your post should be something other than I follow a marketer, and he does what I do on a bigger level. He does like social media for Nike and Pepsi and Budweiser, and his name is Gary Vaynerchuk, and he has a book called Jab, 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 Right Hook. And what that means is in marketing terms, it's give, 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 and then ask. So 80% of your posts should be jabs, or they should be gives, where you're giving information, you're giving encouragement, and 20% of them should be an ask. At this point, we've kind of pivoted to more of so 6 days a week, we are posting information, we're giving, and then that one day we're still asking, whether it's, we might ask people, hey, can you share our page with your friends, or, we're not open right now, but we would, you can still buy a gift card. I have clients that are doing, okay, you can buy a $25 gift card for $20, or you can make an appointment to get your hair done and get 10% off. So we've kind of pivoted a little bit, but it's generally 80%, 20%. So in our book, we do 5 days of content that are giving, and then 20% or 2 days that are asking for a sale.
Okay. That makes sense. Thank you. I had another question where they were asking that they do understand making sure to be positive and posting, but they said they want to still be able to share their discounts and products that they have. They said, is right now a time where I can still be sharing everything, or should every one of my social media posts be aimed towards COVID-19? Can I still post things about my product, or is it insensitive right now?
I definitely think that you can. I do think it's really important that you, like I said, a lot of the accounts that we have that are still open, that are still able to do sales, are offering some kind of incentive. Like we have a restaurant, and they're saying, okay, like 5% of all sales are going to go to the food pantry, or they did it for a while where if you brought in a canned good for the food pantry, you got this, or just, I think that you can still do a lot with posting your sales and your specials and your discounts, but really try to incorporate something about giving back to the community.
I agree.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I definitely think that that's such a valid point. Is we completely understand right now is a time where you need to make sales and you need to do all of that, but we also have to be very sensitive to what's going on around us. And it is really important. I think Dawn and I touched on this yesterday, is that right now you want to be the company that shows that you're there for others. When people think of a company that's reaching out and going above and beyond, like you mentioned, the Burger King commercial that they said, we're here for you. Right now is a great time to showcase your philanthropic initiatives and to reach out to one another. So I definitely think that you can still post about your products that you have going on, but definitely make sure to share really the valid information and show your philanthropic efforts. Right now, people are looking for a company that's doing good and helping out. And I think that's what's going to stick in someone's mind once this pandemic is over, is that I remember during all of this that this company was doing this. We just had another question come in asking about the gift card. She said she logged on a little bit late and you mentioned something about gift cards. Would you mind touching on that story again?
We have, it's a salon, and what they're doing, it's like if you buy a $20 gift card, or you buy a $25 gift card and only pay $20. So basically you're getting $5 worth of services. And so, they're having the income coming in now, which they really need. And then they'll give the service later.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. I
really like that one.
Yeah. I just had a question come in about asking, do you know of what type of groups do you know of on Facebook for us to join to market? And this is a great time to plug that BBB has actually created a small business group, so you can go on there and post different services that you have available. I'm going to give you really quick the title of our Facebook group. It's called Supporting Your Small Businesses in Michigan. And it's a great place to, one, find resources and different websites that are giving you up-to-date information. And it also is a great place to share what your business, what services are still available. And I would highly recommend going on Facebook and logging on and becoming a member in that group. Because like Dawn mentioned, right now is a great time to connect with other people. And yes, we may not be able to network face to face, but still being able to network electronically is a great way to adjust during this pandemic. We all have to be a little bit flexible and change our business practices a little bit. We just had a question come in relating to networking. They wanted me to ask you what right now is some good techniques to network with other businesses when everything is electronic. Should I just be messaging them? Is that appropriate? Should I find an email? They are asking your advice on this.
It's really, really sensitive right now because as a business owner myself, and I've owned businesses of my own for the last 20 years, right now is really kind of crazy for people. I call it, my emotional roller coaster because, 1 minute you're like, okay, like we've obtained a couple new accounts because of the situation. And we've lost a couple accounts. So it's like 1 minute I'm like, yay, we have new business. And the next one it's like, oh no, we just lost this much of income. So businesses are really sensitive right now. So I would recommend that if, you might just send them a LinkedIn message if you're connected on LinkedIn or Facebook, or send them an email. But for the love of everything good, do not ask them to buy anything from you. Just, you can just send a message out and say, hey, I'm thinking about you. Hope everything is going as well as it can be, as expected. And if there's any way that I can help you at this situation, please just let me know. Like right now I'm ordering, I have a client who's a printer, and I'm ordering laptop stickers. I don't know if you seen it's real popular with kids that they, put stickers in. So we're ordering laptop stickers, and we're gonna, I'm gonna get some note cards and write personal notes to all my clients and just say, hey, we're here. Let us know how we can help you. That's it. And sending them a sticker. That's, so just be really, really sensitive to not ask for a sale.
Yeah.
Because like Brianna talked about is that, when this is all over, like I don't eat a lot of fast food, but I do, because I travel an hour to my office every day. Sometimes I'll go through the drive-through and get a soda or an iced tea or something like that. So, and I've always been a McDonald's person just because it's $1. But that Burger King commercial really impacted me. They're doing deliveries for free, but the commercial literally says, you're not thinking about us, but we're thinking about you. And that is monumental. And it made me a Burger King fan for life.
Yeah, I think that's a great point to mention is, one, you have a client with a service, you're purchasing stickers. Definitely right now is a great time to reach out to some of your clients and see how you can help one another. Like what a great opportunity to take advantage of. And I loved your idea of just sending a note with a little sticker in it to some of your clients. Right now is the time when you're busy and schedules are crazy. You don't really get all that many moments to just sit and thank your clients that you currently have. To not right now is a great opportunity, whether that's electronically or if it is purchasing some small token and sending it out. I think that is a great point to mention, Dawn. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, it's like I said, one of my clients is a pizza place. So, we've decided once a week we're going to order pizza from them. But yeah, and just let businesses and go on. You can go onto Facebook as your business and like other businesses' Facebook pages. It's not as easy as liking it as yourself, but even like it as yourself, because right now any little support that you're getting is multiplied 100 times because people realize that they need that support now more than ever.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Well, we don't have any more questions coming in as of right now. So I just want to make sure I give out my contact information. I'll say the Facebook group one more time, and then I'll go ahead and close it. And of course, you can reach out anytime to me or Dawn with any questions. My email is banderson@easternmichiganbbb.org. Again, that's easternmichiganbbb.org. And then the Facebook group is supporting your small businesses in Michigan. And I highly recommend joining it. You can see what other services are there. You can get up-to-date information. You can also plug a little bit of your service as well. So thank you all for joining us. And Dawn, I want to thank you again for your time and your expertise. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me. I really enjoy helping people.
Of course, of course. And again, anyone can reach out via email or phone number, so just feel free to give us a call. Thank you all for coming.